Now, I know this is like my third video about Elon Musk taking over Twitter, but my God, it's so interesting. I really find it quite uplifting when you have self-righteous left-wing bigots online who are all for cancel culture getting their comeuppance and crying about it. I get off on it. It's quite funny. So Elon Musk has bought Twitter. It was touch and go, but he's finally bought it. I think it came to around 44 billion or something daft like that. Fair play to him, It's his money or loans, whatever. He can do whatever the hell he wants. And Twitter is, after all, a private company, as these lefties keep reminding us. And so it means he will become the outright owner and he can do whatever the hell he likes. Frankly, I want it to be a platform for all or a platform for none. I think it's disgusting in this day and age, 2022, that you have something so important like Twitter. And yes, I know I've slagged off Twitter, but it is important. It is the main social media app out there where people can have their voices either amplified or cancelled. You're cancelled if you're a conservative, a British, American patriot, someone who's proud of white Western culture. You can forget it. But the amount of attention you can get on there is phenomenal. Advertisers see you. Everyone sees you. Twitter has a huge impact and influence over nearly everything, especially politics. So I think you can understand why the story is such a huge thing. Anyway, remember when Donald Trump won the 2016 election in the United States and you had these lefty snowflake crybabies all popping onto Twitter saying they're going to move to Canada or Europe or anywhere else because this man had won the election, this guy they absolutely detest. Well, they didn't, did they? They stayed put. They stayed in the United States and they cried some more. There's people promising to leave Twitter now because Elon Musk, who is apparently a white supremacist, he's every name under the sun now. These people, these bigots, they're all slandering the fella and calling him literally every name under the sun because he's done this to them. He has outraged them so much that he believes in free speech and everyone should have their say. That it should tell you everything about these people. Because if you have a problem with people speaking their minds and having a different opinion to you, then as far as I'm concerned, you're a low-life scum. Because freedom of speech is a fundamental right for everyone. It is an important cog in the wheel of democracy. And these asinine left-wing arseholes have had a monopoly on this and put a massive spanner into that particular cog for quite some time, and for too long if you ask me. But the first big name out there, and I haven't really heard of her, to complain about Elon Musk and promise to leave Twitter is someone called Jameela Jamil. Now here's her profile and here's her latest tweet and apparently her last one because she's promised to leave Twitter because this Elon Musk, a white supremacist, good God, has bought Twitter, done whatever the hell he wants to with his money and bought a company which has absolutely fuck all to do with her. And it's completely up to her whether she's on Twitter or not. But she's having a good cry. This is what she's tweeted. As you can see, he got Twitter, Elon Musk. I would like this to be my what lies here as my last tweet. Don't know how that makes sense. Just really any excuse to show pics of barreled. I fear this free speech bid is going to help this hell platform reach its final form of totally lawless hate, bigotry and misogyny. Best of luck. Notice, of course, she didn't mention anti-white hate, which infests Twitter currently, and the hatred spewed by some members of the trans community, who I like to call the trans Nazis, by the way, because their tactics are just disgusting. Really are disgusting the way they treat members of the LGBT community, and especially the straight people. They hate us for some reason, but there you go. That type of hate is okay. Some hate gets a free pass on Twitter, or it did. Because I hope Elon Musk is going to change all this. So basically, Jameela Jamil, who's a former actress, I can't for the life of me remember where I've seen her or know her or anything. So, that's how much of an impact she did on the acting world and is now an activist. So it seems to me she is an activist against free speech and she is outraged that normal people will now be allowed an opinion on Twitter. But she won't go. She'll stay on there and she'll do a Patrick Stewart while every other lefty was promising to leave the United States because Donald Trump won in 2016. Patrick Stewart, a very out-of-touch lefty-lovey actor here in the UK, went to move to the United States in order to fight fascism. You can't make this shit up. These lefties are funny as fuck. They're a gift that keeps on giving. And I am going to go back on Twitter. I hope my permanently suspended account gets reactivated. If not, I'll just do a new one. Because now I can go there and say whatever the hell I like and upset anyone. Of course, I'm not going to incite violence or murder. I'll leave that to the lefties. That's what they do. And doxing and whatever else they do on there. But I'm going to go on there to raise merry hell and upset as many lefties as I want. Fact check these fuckers to high heaven and get blocked by as many left-wing celebrities as I can and try and beat my old record. I mean, the most famous person to block me on there was the Pope himself, if you can believe me or not. That was a major achievement for me. Then again, the Pope is, of course, a left-wing, out-of-touch socialist from Argentina who dips his toes into politics and tries to influence politics with his religion, which of course I think is a big no-no. Politics and religion should be kept apart because the influence religion had on world politics in the past was, it held mankind back, if you ask me. That's what I think anyway. So good times are back. I'm popping back on Twitter and hope you join me. Join me on there for the fun. And until my next video, please comment, share, subscribe, and Roger Trout.